Of course, do we trust this Prime Minister? I certainly don't.
Well, it's more of the same, right? So we've talked about the upending of the military, the upending of the economic system, the way that councils are going into free fall collapse, and we're just seeing some absolutely astonishing behaviour. I'm going to refer you to this um, article from the Daily Mail from the start of February, where a Labour minister, health minister, was sacked after a vile jibe saying he hopes pensioners who don't vote for the party die before the next election. Right. So in one comment, he basically said that a 72-year-old woman, he hoped that she'd be dead after she dared to ask about her bins being collected. Right. This is the kind of quality of people that we're seeing in government, and this is not a junior guy. This is a health minister. It's this gentleman here. See him with Starmer. So this is Andrew Gwynn, who is the MP for Gorton and Denton. And he's been sacked as a health minister because of this, and alongside another MP, Oliver Ryan from Burnley, and also 11 Labour councillors. And then just over the weekend, this was the Daily Mail headline from yesterday, and there was a big report on this. So this lady in the bottom right-hand side there, you can see this is Gwyn Jones, Mrs. Gwyn Jones, and she was posting in a private community WhatsApp group saying that one of the councillors who was suspended in the incident that we just described a moment ago should resign. And I think that's a perfectly valid opinion and a perfectly valid question to ask. Are you going to resign, councillor? This person should resign. And what happened is she received a visit from the police, from Greater Manchester Police, yeah, aka the Thought Police here, according to the Mail on Sunday, right? And Greater Manchester, we've spoken about a lot recently because this is where the grooming gang scandal that I spoke to Roger Meir about has taken place. There what is essentially a cover-up of decades of at best we can say inept policing, but actually it's probably more like systemic corruption and a deliberate cover-up of crimes against children. But the police in Greater Manchester have got the time to be going out and checking up on pensioners for making statements that councillors disagree with. And this was done at the behest of one of the councillors that she was criticising, by the way. So we're looking at basically weaponisation of the police against the population by corrupt public officials. And again, this is just one more example of how this system is being used to terrorise us, frankly. And more of the same.
Okay, and you've got a small advert here, which we had some discussion. I think we should pop it up on screen.
Oh, I did. Yes, apologies. I've forgotten about that. Right. So this was a response that I picked up on Telegram over the weekend. And, people are laughing about this stuff. And this is quite funny. Granny getting carted off by the police for committing a thought crime. But actually, this intimidation by state operatives is, it's extremely sinister, and it's got to stop.
Absolutely. Well, I'm just going to remind people that back in 2017, when Theresa May was busy eyeing up grain and oil and technology in Eastern Europe, clearly focused on Ukraine, we popped this slide up on screen. Theresa May launches Operation Barbarossa with an eye on those riches. British Conservative Prime Minister to risk lives of millions of young Poles and Germans in a drive to war in Eastern Europe. Well, they got the war, but they decided to sacrifice the Ukrainians, and now we are apparently to pay the price by having conscription to keep this rotten cabal in office with their policies, but more on that in due course. Diane, let's welcome you to the news.